Hi everyone, thank you very much. My name is Carol Howley. I'm with a company called Exclaimer. We're an email signature software solution, and I'm here today to talk to you about demand generation strategies that we've been employing to help us scale our business. So what I'm going to go through is why demand generation is a really great investment for your business, what you really should prioritize based on the stage of business that you're actually at, and what you could do more of right now. So I'm just going to go through what works for us. We're at a business, Exclaimer's just about to hit about 50 million ARR. Over the last year, we had hit product market fit, but we had a huge amount of investment to do on a marketing perspective to get ourselves in a position where we're able to scale the business. We didn't have a lot of marketing channels. We had some very basic levels, but we weren't able to scale. So we really had to invest a huge amount and put a lot of effort in to make sure that we could scale at pace so that we were able to keep going. So first I want to go through a couple of trends that I've found that have really influenced my strategy and my thinking that I've taken to the team. First of all, the B2B buying journey is getting more and more complex every single day. A lot of that journey has also been done within the arenas where you can't necessarily track or attribute it overly well. So all of that journey is happening, and we had a recent amazing webinar with Chili Piper where we went through the dark social and how many touch points you'll actually see a buyer go through before they even come into your arena, and you can track and see them. So it's getting increasingly complex for us as a marketer to be able to track all these touch points. We've also seen an amazingly challenging year in terms of tech layoffs in our industries, but also within investment and portfolios looking for companies that have sustainable, durable pipeline growth. So companies that are able to prove time after time that they're able to grow businesses. So at the back of that, I said to my team, this year and for our marketing campaign, we need to focus on the need to work smarter, not necessarily harder. So it's not necessarily about investing more and doing more. It's about making sure your investments really pay off and that everything links together. Because a lot of people, especially when we're talking to marketers, have less budget, they have less people, and they've got the huge challenge of doing more with less. So that's why we've really focused everything around this. So within that, I wanted to place our bets as a team, and there were 4 key strategic bets that I was really keen on us focusing on. First of all, we wanted to amplify the demand we already had. We had a bit of content, we had a reasonable engine, but not anything that could scale. We had some PPC and some paid capabilities in search, but nothing beyond that, so we needed to accelerate. But I wanted to build a lot of trust because brand for us is a massive opportunity to scale the business. And I wanted us to focus finally on conversion. So I'll just quickly, as I've only got 10 minutes, go through a few of these. In terms of amplifying demand, we wanted to evolve our content strategy, which was at a very basic level, beyond the table stakes areas that we were in. So we're really fortunate to be part of Insight Partners' portfolio, and within that we get access to some of the amazing research they've been doing. This research is taken from a recent demand gen report that they've just published. So within this, you're able to see that actually, as you're a smaller stage company, you'll start investing off in things that really drive SEO. As you're wanting to grow the business, you want to make sure that you're hitting at every opportunity. But as you get higher up the stages, that's kind of table stakes. Everyone's doing that, everyone's invested. So you need to start thinking about the other opportunities you can take as a business and how you start to really amplify that demand. So the best companies that are out there at our size are publishing their thought leadership consistently all the time. They're not wavering, they're always publishing, they're always on. They're also looking at other opportunities, things like visual trials, demos, tutorials, APIs, so you need to be on top of this. It's about surrounding everyone within your portfolio, everyone within your audience with consistent messaging at every single touch point where they're searching for you. So you have to amplify as you go upscale. The next part, as I mentioned, we were really invested within paid search, but we weren't able to do anything else. We weren't invested in paid social, any of the other areas of opportunity. So what we started to do was to make sure we publish consistent, relevant messaging across every single channel. So if we're doing a paid campaign, it's represented within social, it's in our PR, it's through our emails, and it lands on our website. Everything looks consistent on brand, and it has the same messaging to the ICP, relevant to what they're searching for. So it's all linked together. You're really surrounding people across every channel to make sure that you're really hitting home with your messaging. We've also started working recently with Intent and purchased 6 Sense, which means that we're doing a version of ABM. So I think for ABM, it's different in every single company and every single team. But for us, we're doing ABM light, I would say, which means we're a very high volume but low average selling price. So we don't want to go in massive enterprise scale. But what I want to do, because my TAM is actually everybody, I want to target the companies that are actually in market right now. And that means I can save my money for other opportunities, but it also means I can be really targeted, really focused, and create campaigns to specific verticals, but also specific personas. So I really focus, and a really top tip if you are starting out with 6 Sense, is to do a number of different tests on a really broad area, but also narrow down onto different verticals. But what we've really focused on is the consideration through to purchase stage, which means I use my organic content to bring people into the market. I can then track them because I've got tracking across all the areas, and I can see when they're in market and really start to target the personas that are relevant to me and bring them through with different messaging to take them through the funnel that's matched with the sales team and also BDR outreach as well. The final area where we've really seen a massive impact, and I think a lot of people don't always focus on, so obviously your brand has to lead the way. You have to really rely on it. It has to be consistent across every channel and really stand out. But what we've started leveraging is review sites. So for us, we're not really big enough to have an analyst relationship. We're not an enterprise company, but we found huge success in leveraging G2, Capterra, and Trustpilot as a number of review sites. So as you can see here, from a year's worth of investment with G2, we encourage all our customers to give us reviews. We respond to all the reviews. We talk about them. We really, really engage with our customers to make sure they feel valued, that we're really reaching them all the time. And we've gone up to the top stage of the G2 results. But the best thing about this is you can also plug this into all your intent engines so that then you can do tracking. When people are searching for you, you can have alerts, and all of that feeds into your demand gen engine. So you're really starting to layer it on. So as well as there, you're on sort of review sites, you're on searches. It gives you that amazing opportunity. And also, people trust other people. They don't necessarily trust you. I know that most people don't want to talk to me or necessarily our sales team, but if they see other people saying, hey, this product's amazing, it's actually really good, it genuinely works, then they're more likely to look at that and start searching as well and come into our arena and want to talk to us. The final thing is, and you may say conversion is a sales problem, but unfortunately as revenue marketers, I think we all have to focus on conversion. Everything I do is completely pointless if the sales team can't convert it, if we can't convert on our site, if we can't convert through the funnel. So the real big thing that we always say is no leads ever left behind. We need to focus on conversion at every single point of the funnel. We need to constantly look for the red and the problems and make sure we focus. So for me, this is almost the biggest and most important thing. You can do everything else, but if you can't convert, you're completely stuck. We've had 5 key areas that we wanted to focus on in conversion, and I was really inspired by Jala Razaya's quote where there is so much money that's wasted if you don't focus on converting your marketing efforts. So we've really invested in on-site personalization and conversion rate optimization on our site, so when people come, they can get different experiences depending who they are. We've done obviously ABM, which is probably, as I said, a bit more ABM light because of the way we're doing it that suits our journey at this time. We've got an amazing visual trial, so we've built our own trial that takes people through just a visual encounter of what our product's like if they're not quite ready for a demo, which has shown really amazing conversion. We've got a fantastic email nurture that we're building, testing, refining every single day. It also ties into our customer success, our sales team, our outreach, our BDR cadences. So we're able to really see improvements across every area. And also sales enablement. Sales team are people. They've always got things they can learn. They need to know about the new content. You need to educate them, help them work together with everyone else. So we've got a massive sales enablement program that's really starting to show amazing results for us that we're really pleased with. And working really in conjunction with our sales and CS team enables us to kind of have that full experience, because ultimately a buyer comes into your audience and they don't care that you're a marketing team or the sales team. They care that they have an amazing experience that's completely seamless across every touch point. And then finally, which I think I'm just going to hit my timeline, in terms of key takeaways, the things that we're really finding working out is to amplify that demand through your really engaging content. That content engine is like the baseline of all pipeline generation. You then need to layer your paid digital to accelerate traction. You start off with paid search. It's the best investment initially, but really start to layer on all the different opportunities such as paid social and all the other areas you could invest in. Make sure you think of opportunities to really focus on that brand, consistent messaging. Every single touch point looks the same and really kind of stands out to people. Leveraging trust through review sites is a really great tip for me. There was also a number of other those content areas where you could start to invest a bit more that weren't quite invested in yet. And focus on your conversion. If you can't convert what comes in, then you're wasting your time with everything else. And also, I think it's really important to remember this works necessarily for us, but it might not work for the next company or the next stage or a different product or a different area. So no one playbook ever kind of scales to another company, but it's really, well, I find it really exciting to learn from other people and apply different things as you go. But I think there's a great quote from Jason Lemkin, obviously it's with SaaStr, but if you need to play to your strengths, if it doesn't work, you need to pivot, test, and explore. So they're my tips for kind of leveraging demand gen. And thank you everyone for your time. Just hit on the nose.